I just think it's ironic that the Flyers fans can stand and ovate their team even in a sweep, whereas the Sabres fans just get real pissy whenever their team doesn't score on the power play.
So, leading us into the next topic, we've got on the other end of the Eastern Conference, we've got the Battle of Montreal and Buffalo. As we talked about last week, it's the most interesting, most exciting series so far in this second round, and it's still going. Game 6 tonight. It's in my view, Montreal has gained a incredible momentum swing.
Yeah.
They've looked really good, and even in that last game where it was that explosion in the first period, they were going tit for tat with Buffalo, and then second and third period they just didn't look back.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. The Sabres scored early, very early in that
We're
game.
talking about game 5.
Yeah, game 5. Yeah.
Just to clarify.
They scored very early in that game on home ice. And just that is so hard for a young team in that arena to bounce back after an early goal. And like you said, just keep bouncing off of each other. They scored, and then the Sabres scored again, and then Montreal scored 9 seconds later again. And they did leave the first period down 3-2.
Yeah.
But they still found a way to control the rest of that game.
Well, and if I'm a Montreal fan, I'm looking at how they played against Tampa.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of maturity in that series.
Yeah.
That was a big series for the team confidence. Like they could go with Tampa in the playoffs, and like they bounced back several times in that series to win games.
They didn't lose like 2 games in a row.
Right.
It was
back and forth all series, and then they jumped to Buffalo, and Buffalo, I don't know, it's hard to say. They've got a tremendous amount of skill. They came in really hot into the playoffs. They don't have as much playoff experience. Right. They're also a young team, so it's not been as consistent back and forth, but it seems like Montreal has been a mature team.
Yeah.
And they're at least for now, they've gained a lot of momentum.
Yeah. I don't want to say I don't want to necessarily say like the fans booing is getting to them. Montreal is a great road team. So they just play well on the road anyway. And I mean, it's not like the Sabres were playing bad in that game up until the Canadiens just kind of ran away with it.
It does seem a little different. You got TD Garden. They played in Boston, and they in Buffalo performed really well.
Yeah.
They outscored Boston by like
significantly.
A factor of 3 or something like that. And so it hasn't been the same effect in Montreal and Bell Center so far.
Yeah. I mean, they did win one game. They won game 4. But again, in this game 5, it's not like they were playing poorly. They ended the game being out. The Canadiens ended the game being outshot 20-3. And the Canadiens had 25 block shots. So, I mean, the Sabres were playing well.
Into the game?
Like, this would have been the third period.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. But they didn't give up a goal. So the Sabres were fighting. They just weren't able to do anything. And the Canadiens were capitalizing on their opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, Demidov got his first playoff goal on the power play at the end of the game. But that was the only goal that was given up in the third period.
That was such a sick freaking... That was, oh my God.
Whenever you hear it like hit the back of the net, whenever it's just like that.
That thud.
Yeah. It's so satisfying.
It hits that like top corner where the netting's a little tighter and it just bounces in and out.
Whenever it goes in and then bounces right back out.
That was sick. And like you said, like we were talking about earlier, Montreal's playing so connected and they're competing on the board so well. on that Demidov play, it was, it got kicked back from a board battle to him in the slot, and then he got the goal.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the goaltending switch? Did you like it or did you not?
So
right now it's looking like a bad thing, but if you in the moment, do you agree with the rationale with switching the goaltender?
So I'm gonna pull the Avs into this a little bit. They have a goaltending tandem that the coaches feel confident enough in that they can pull a goalie and put the other one in, and they'll perform. And then you might even be able to ride them the next game if they perform well enough. I don't think the Sabres necessarily have that. It seemed like they wanted to do the pull your goalie in a bad game, put your backup in, and then run them the next game because Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen played great at the end of the game that line got pulled. So he thought, you run the goalie that played great in the previous game, but then he didn't play great in the next game. And another thing, I don't necessarily know too much about UPL in his play style, but with Blackwood and the Avs, he has to have games back to back to back to build up momentum, and then he plays well off of that momentum. When Wedgwood for the Avs again, he can kind of be thrown in and play well. And I don't know if that's just UPL, if that's just kind of his style. He needs to play collectively to build up some chemistry with himself.
Yeah.
But
5 goals on 26 shots.
It didn't go well.
Not great. and then
he
put Lyon back in, and we were talking about this too. Only goal he let in was that Demidov.
When did you know when UPL got pulled? Was it at the end of the second?
I think it was at the end of the end of the second. Because 10 shots, 1 goal. And it wasn't like it was really close.
Right.
That was kind of at the end of the third too, I think. That 6th goal.
I gotcha.
But
so you had the 3 shots in the third. He only let up 1 in the third, and then it sounds like 7 shots in the second that he faced, but he didn't let up a goal. Then that was probably when the Canadiens were up 5-3. I would assume is when he got pulled. But because 5 goals anyway. So no, it's hard to say you're displeased with the putting UPL in because there's reasoning for it, and hindsight's always 20/20, Like you're always like, that was the worst mistake you could have made, but it was a game where the top guys showed up for Montreal. Oh, yeah.
And
Caulfield's starting to score again.
Which can be tough when you get the top guys really on a streak going into the next game.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know.
Caulfield's got 3 straight games with a goal right now.
Yeah.
That's not good for...
When you got Suzuki scoring, Demidov scoring, Hudson's chipping in too. Funny
stat about Suzuki. He doesn't have a single game in this series with a positive plus minus. He's been a negative in every game.
That is weird.
That's crazy to me because he is up for the Selke.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
It's one of those double-edged things too. He's playing against really top-end talent. So
that's true. I would feel remiss if we didn't bring up Alex Newhook.
Oh yeah,
he's been outstanding for the Canadiens, and he was an Av, and I loved Alex Newhook, but he wasn't really playing very well for the Avs. We put him into the second-line center whenever we lost Kadri, and he wasn't really playing great. But now he's playing second-line center for the Canadiens, and he's got 5 goals, 1 assist, and he's
You guys probably would have swept the first 2 opponents if you had Newhook. You probably wouldn't have lost that game.
We have Brock Nelson now.
Not Newhook.
I'd take Nelson.
Take Nelson over Newhook.
And he's not playing great in the playoffs, in all honesty.
Interesting.
Ugh. I don't know. Shut up.
Does that... Any final thoughts on Montreal, Buffalo? Who have you got finishing this off?
Right before we get to that, another crazy thing, Alex Tuck for the Sabres, 0 goals, 0 assists. He's a -8 on this series. That's interesting
not
to
good.
me. That he's arguably their best player.
It's not good.
Arguably.
Yeah, that's hard to say. But
last closing thought on this series. Tonight's game, Saturday night. Montreal has not played a Saturday night in the playoffs. They're known for Saturday night Cole Caulfield. Saturday night goal Caulfield.
goal Caulfield.
First half of the season, 6 goals, 7 assists, +3. The second half of the season, 15 goals on Saturday nights. 7 assists, +7 with 2 hat tricks.
Saturday Night Fever, Cole Caulfield. Let's see if he gets it done.
Hat trick.
Shit, hell no. They're putting Lyon back in. He's stopping that shit.